Hey gang, Sean and Don here.
Gang.
Guess where we're at? We have just gotten off the Coho ferry and we are on Vancouver Island.
We've gone international.
We are international. We have 5 nights, 6 days of activities here. I'm not quite sure how many videos it's going to work into. Activities. We got so much time for activities.
We're heading to Tofino.
Tofino, Port Alberni. Bernie. I keep on saying that wrong. Port Alberni. And we're going to spend some time there. And then we're going to try to explore the west side of the island a little bit, west of Victoria, if we can. And see whether we can't find future routes to do. And we're going to take you with us. Look at all this cool stuff. Anyways, we've come to Victoria
Turn left
before,
onto Belleville Street.
but we haven't been here and explored the island in our van, and so we're super excited for that. More to come. On where are we at?
The Malahat Skywalk.
Malahat Skywalk. So we're on our way up island, and we just saw this place and said, let's stop and check it out. So here we are.
I'll take a film like that. I'll take the full size. Can you take it for me?
Yeah.
Was that the adventure people?
Yes.
Welcome center. All right, so our plan is to try to be tourists on the island this visit and not get so deep in the woods. We'll probably get on some trails. In fact, I have some trails marked, but we have never been up island, so we don't really know what to expect. We haven't been since I was a kid, at least. And so I don't know what to expect here. So I kind of want to use this kind of as a little bit of a pre-scouting fun trip for ourselves. So we plan on being a little bit more tourist-like on the island and kind of sharing what we see as might be worthwhile attractions for you. We have a ton of experience in Victoria, so we can share all kinds of things with you when we get to Victoria.
It's warm.
Flashes in the dark, colors on the wall, right against the monochrome, where I felt so small. I drew the curtains up, pulled away the blinds, heard a rushing wind through the windows of my mind. I began to glow with a love divine. Shine, 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 shine in the naked light of the night. Shine, 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 shine. In the golden days of the mighty When I was a boy, rolled up like a cigarette. The jacket didn't fit quite right. Let the men sweat. Over time I shook it off, turned to face the breeze. I learned to see it all at once. God in the little things. Shine, shine, shine.
Another drone flying around.
Is it on? Adventure netting. What? 300? How high off the ground? Oh. Is it trippy?
You want to go? Got it.
Oh, I know, I got it. I'm not a fan of heights.
Don't look that down. Look at me.
Well, I want to look down
Look at me.
because I want to feel safe.
There you go. It's totally secure.
Yeah. Okay.
Take her straight across. Here, so be over that hill.
in the naked light of Adonai. Don't shine, 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 shine.
Get there and hold on to the red handle.
Okay. Is this a sitting up type thing?
You'll want to lean back at about a 45.
Oh, like that.
Just like that.
Hey, we're roll ready.
You need to push to get started.
Is he gone?
He is. And here's the bottom. Have fun?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't.
And we had
That was
crawling.
way better coming down that way.
Yeah.
Piece of cake. Well, Dawn and I just got to Nanaimo. Beautiful drive up here. But if you haven't driven on the island before, every time I heard about the Malahat, I always assumed it was like a freeway. And it's more of a
2-lane highway.
2-lane highway with lights spread out everywhere you are. So you stop and go, just as you get momentum, stop and go. So don't judge things at highway speed. Well, the camera shut off, so we'll try that again here. I had to drop a new battery in there. So we're outside of Sprout Lake. We are west of Port Alberni right now. And so we're going to try to make it to Tofino, explore that area. There's a couple river spots that I found on iOverlander that I want to see on the way back, because I want to try to get a sense of where we might be staying. You can't stay down in the Tofino area unless you're at a campground. And I did look at the campgrounds and they're all just full. So I'm like, all right, we have to kind of circle back, and we may do 2 days at Tofino, or you may just do 1 day exploring to Tofino and then 1 day kind of exploring the Port Alberni area. But kind of look at the campground that we're at. Fairly simple, nice, flat, level spots. Worked out really well. All right, gang, just a quick update here. So we're on the way to Tofino, and we were staying out in Sprout Lake area. Sprout. It's apparently Sprout Lake area. And and I don't know, people talk about Tofino and like just
not what I expected.
how epic it is. But I don't know if it's Tofino or the ride to Tofino, because the ride to Tofino
The
is
drive is amazing.
pretty amazing down. I guess it's Highway 4 if they call them highways in Canada.
Pacific Rim Highway, right?
Yeah, and so it is just stunning. Like all these like different bouldering style river rocks that you go through,
Rivers
and waterfalls and lakes and mountain
You go
like
up and over a mountain and then down the other
several
side and up another mountain and down the other side. It's remote.
very remote.
2 lanes the whole way.
We just came over
Beautiful.
the construction that they're doing on Kennedy Hill, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, and there's like a lot of backup there. It's a single lane road. So we're not sure what we're gonna hang out at Tofino. We were originally gonna try to head back and stay at this really cool bouldering waterfall.
River spot, yeah.
And if we don't do that today, we'll do that tomorrow probably. We found 2 different river spots that would both be amazing. So
Excited to check out Tofino.
yeah,
I wonder what we're gonna see.
Tofino is going to be a little challenging just because it's really, you can't boondock in Tofino. You have to be in campgrounds. The county doesn't allow any of that. There's none of the land that you can go on. And when we looked, all the campgrounds were basically full. So not sure what we're going to see, but when we get out here, we're going to check out one campground that I heard of, and if it has a spot, we may hunker down there for the night and then work our way back to one of those river spots tomorrow.
But we're gonna see what we're gonna see.
We're going to see what we can get into, folks.
Tomorrow's our anniversary.
That is right.
So my challenge today is I'm gonna find Sean's anniversary present.
I'm going to get a welcome to Tofino
somewhere on this
sticker.
trip. It's either gonna be, I mean, on this day, yeah. So it's likely gonna be a gift shop surprise.
You know what we're going to need?
Perhaps a poem.
A poem?
I'll write you a song. A sock puppet.
We're going to need a sticker for the van in this
Sticker
region.
for the van.
So there we go. We don't need much besides this big old man and each other. All right, gang, we'll see what we get into. Talk to you in a bit.
Oh, there's a trail right here. Took the hard route. Yeah, let's go this way and come up that way.
All right, gang, so Dawn and I lucked out here. We kind of went into like a resort campground. Which one's this called?
Crystal Cove.
Crystal Cove Resort Campgrounds. It's expensive for the night. It's like $75 Canadian, but it allows us to kind of stay in Tofino for tonight, have beach access, see a sunset, and then tomorrow we're gonna head back to one of those river spots and stay there before we start heading back into Victoria and doing some city stuff there. So the beach is amazing. I'll turn it around, let you see what we see here. So we're now at Pacific Sands Beach Resort and Epic Crescent Beach. We can see where all the surfers are now. Man, if you are a surfer or someone that loves the boogie board, this would be a killer place to stay. So Dawn's dreamed is about staying in that building back there, or that one back there for a long time. Not this trip, but maybe for a future trip, for sure. Beautiful.
Things to do.
Live a little, flip the page, give it some more, getting out of my way. I was hiding, bulletproof, forever waiting, thinking you. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. I was picking up the pieces of yesterday's life, in over my head, trying to figure out. I was going through changes, but where to begin when a mountain moving revelation came marching in. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. Been a long time, baby. Been a long time, oh. Stick with me, maybe. Don't let me go.
Hey, Dawn.
Fell out of the roller coaster, crashed out, landed on cotton candy. I'm still a disaster, rock bottom and below. I'm yours for the asking. Where you go, I go. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. I thought I was what I've been told I thought I was. Been a long time.
So I'm walking along the beach here in beautiful Tofino, British Columbia, telling you that this might not be a location for your van life experience. And don't get me wrong, Tofino is beautiful. And there are plenty of van life people out here. But depending on how you like the van life, it might not be the place for you. If you're here to surf, definitely just make sure you have a place to stay. I'll explain more in this video. It's a beautiful place. It really is. Just not my ideal place for van life. Oh yeah. Hey sweetheart. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. This is our anniversary trip.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
And my birthday trip.
And your birthday trip.
My birthday is 48.
48.
And I feel like you're trying to steal my thunder with the anniversary.
Sorry. It
48
is our...
years versus 5. Don't forget the importance of
Yeah.
Monday.
Don't forget the importance of having me in your life today. All right, so we are leaving the Tofino area.
Yes. Really nice night
We had a great night. Now,
and day.
let's reflect back on this. So the thing that I got this video titled, while this might not be every van life person's destination. So let me explain what that means. First off, the place is beautiful. This is not a dig to the place or anything like that.
Super stunning.
Stunning area.
But we didn't know what to expect.
We did not know what to expect. And when I was planning my route here, I was noticing that as far as primitive typical boondock type spots. There was none really around. Even if I looked at all the apps, I couldn't find any public land to go to. And
in fact, it's not really encouraged, right?
yeah, it's like
county or whatever.
This county, whatever they call them in Canada, does not allow any type of camping whatsoever anywhere else.
Free, dispersed
Free.
or whatever. Yeah.
And for us, that's why we got the van. Like I'm an over planner by nature, and so the van has thankfully forced me to kind of go with the flow. Maybe have a couple points that we may get to, like backup plans. But other than that, it's like when we get there, we'll figure it out. And here, if you don't have a reservation at a campground, you're likely not going to just slide in.
Well, and we should probably mention that summertime, right, the peak season, which is starting right now.
Yep.
That would be the case. I'm assuming if you came in the winter, maybe it would be completely different. In the off season, you could just drive in and get a first come first serve.
Potentially.
But a lot of the campgrounds, and there's only like 3 or 4 to choose from.
Yeah, there's not much. There's a new one that's opened, and really none of them
But
are.
what we read said that was the first new campground in 20 years.
The
because
surf campground, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to develop out here.
And I didn't know what to think up here. Like I had no clue. We were just going to explore it. And so we were coming over here. And it's a long trip to get over here. And if you don't have a location to stay at,
It's kind of a risk.
You would be screwed. I mean, you wouldn't.
There's no backup like Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, there's no like little side shoulders. And the other thing that was a little bit, I guess, I don't want to say disappointing because it sounds like I'm complaining, and I'm really not complaining.
Well, we're going to talk about all the positives next.
Is that I kind of compare all coastlines to the Oregon coastline. We live in Washington State. It's beautiful there too, but Oregon, man, you guys.
Well, even our coastline, like the highways go alongside of it, so you get lots of ocean driving, scenic drives.
And here, there's none of that. Like, you don't really get to see the ocean unless you hike out to the ocean.
Yeah.
And the other thing that was kind of a bummer is everywhere you park, you have to pay. So you're gonna park here to walk out to this little lookout. You got to pay to go there, and then you go another 100 yards or 400 yards down the road, and you're like, oh, I want to go here. You have to pay to go there.
Or you have to have a park permit or whatever.
Well, I didn't see a parking permit for this. Now, I think the locals don't like that. So we were at an ice cream shop the other day, and they said 10% off if you show us all your unpaid parking tickets. So it must be a common, issue here with them.
However, I was saying, I wonder if the fact that they do charge allows them to maintain such beautiful outdoor
spots,
spaces.
Yeah.
Like, we've noticed that this whole entire area, like, it's really clean. They have lots of trail systems. They're all really well maintained, paved, marked, signs, trails for 100 kilometers, just
Correct.
Beautiful trails. And so there's the trade-off there, I guess, of keeping and maintaining the spaces. So
yeah, and so for Tofino, for like Don was saying, there is an amazing, like, if you were coming here and staying, it's kind of like a resort area where everything is built
even
out.
if you're camping kind of in a camping resort.
Yeah,
it's a campground, but it's fancy.
The place that we were able to find, what was it? Crystal Cove. Very, very nice place, but 75 Canadian dollars a night for a
place to back into.
A little slip. That said, I mean, the grounds were beautiful.
They've thought of everything.
They had great showers and stuff.
The showers
instead of
had
shower,
marble tile.
Yeah, I mean, it was great.
Really nice.
But
laundry.
It's not what we're really in the van for. That place also has like beachfront cabins, and that's really what's around here. A lot of condos and cabins.
Everything that I think that has been built out and developed has been developed, so I don't think there's any like extra land.
Exactly. And so if you were a family and you had a condo and you were coming here for a week, yes, beautiful.
Or an Airbnb,
Airbnb.
Or if you've reserved ahead of time.
Just going to hang out at the beach. Surfers use this place a lot, so they're very familiar with this. And so there are a ton of vans out there, but those surfer vans are usually at those campgrounds, and they're not spontaneous. I guarantee you, they've
No.
had to have their reservations for probably 6 months to a
Well,
year.
what I read online that like I think it said in January is when they release the next year's reservations, and so they said most of them for the summertime, when they open them in January, everything gets booked out.
Yeah, so that's
So a couple tips that we found that could work for you, but it's still a risk, like Sean said. But because we just needed a one-night stay, we checked all the campgrounds, of course, online, and they said there were no vacancy at any of them. But we just thought, well, Sean had the idea, well, we should just drive in and ask just in case.
yeah.
And I hadn't thought that that would even be something that you could do. So we did. We drove in to that place we stayed and just said, do you have one for one night? She said, yeah, actually we have 2 sites available just for one night. So we were able to sneak in there. So I'm assuming they don't change their posting to have vacancy when they just have
Correct.
2 or 3 sites for one night.
Well, and I think online
So
you
it's
have
worth
to book
asking or calling.
3 nights. Like that
Yep.
one we looked at said
2 or 3 night minimum.
like a 3-night minimum, and that may be the issue
Yeah.
too. And like I said, you may be able to get down here and go quickly to a spot. Do you have anything available and book? And it sounds like everyone's going to be paying about $75 Canadian.
So I think for us, I would definitely come back. But like you said, I think it would be a great spot to bring the family or a group of people. But you just plan ahead and you reserve your 6 months out and find your perfect spot, you know, with a view of the beach or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you pit in for a handful of days and really enjoy the area. Like bring our e-bikes and scooters, and
Yeah, it's got
because the trail system would be just amazing.
yeah, from going
Lots
from
of
beach to
e-biking on the
beach,
beach.
ton of that.
We saw tons of bikes out on the beach, so that'd be really fun.
There's-
It's different sand, it's hard packed.
There's a lot of opportunities if you're hanging out and being in place and you have a place to stay.
Yeah. The beaches are absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it's not cheap
You
here.
just got to get out to it.
Yeah,
Correct. Everything's going to be really expensive.
Everything's going to be
too.
really expensive, and so for us, coming back here would probably be a family event where we
Yeah.
all come and
You
we
plan way ahead.
rent a cabin or 2, and we probably bring the van only to have all our normal creature comforts, camera gear, and all that,
Right.
you know, readily available.
Or
But
we could sleep in the van. Extra sleeping, yeah.
you know, so in that fashion worked great. So now where I think our type of van life people are going to love this area is just, I guess it would be east of Kennedy Hill, where all the construction is, and that's where our next video is going to take place. So Port Alberni to Kennedy Hill, Lake. We're going to head there next. There's a couple rivers. We're not quite sure where we're going to stay. We checked them out when we started coming in. We did a little bit of off-roading as we came into this location because we didn't know we were going to get a spot tonight. And we found 2 beautiful spots. So we're going to go back and figure out, hopefully they're available. If not,
If someone's
we'll find
there,
something.
we're probably going to cry.
If someone's there, we'll cry. But you know what? There is, and when I say I don't like campgrounds, if they're remote campgrounds, there is one that's like 20 kilometers down a forest
Way at the end of
road
the road.
that on Sprout Lake that people say is very, it's just a pit toilet type thing, but it backs up on the lake. And I figure, worst case, if the spots that we found that were free were taken, we'll push our way down that and stay there for the night.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be it for this video. The next video is going to be exploring Port Alberni to Kennedy Hill, and then one more video likely will be Port Alberni down to Victoria, and then exploring a little bit of the city of Victoria. So if you like all this stuff, hey, we appreciate a thumbs up. Consider liking, subscribing to our channel. We really do like sharing our experiences, and we hope that you find us funny at times. Just at times. And not too serious. Anyways, guys, hope you're enjoying
Ocean.
Oh, hey, look, we saw a little bit of ocean through the trees.
Yep.
We lied. Hope you're enjoying your time today, and we'll check back with you again later.